Cloudscape. How are we? Just waiting for PTP to come by, I think. I think that's it. Actually, I better check that. No worries, bro. Oh, thank you. Hey, Chef. Chuffing. Yeah, hope so. How are you? Hey, Jim. Brendan. I got put onto a wicked 420 conspiracy this week by Mark. The secrets of the pink kush, tetraploid humans, diploid humans.
As humans backstage. G'day, brother. How you doing?
Hey, good. How you?
Hey, that's a great read. Secrets of the Pink Kush, tetraploid humans, tetraploidy. I've actually seen that video numerous times, Monty. It's quite fascinating, isn't it?
It is, isn't it, mate? It's a freaking deep dive. Like, and go right into satanic stuff and Luciferian, like, yeah, and Luciferian is the female side.
It's also a lot to do with cannabis as well, in terms of the explanatory of it, the way it all works of tetraploids, and that's very interesting. It's good topic.
Wow. Holy shit. I've successfully done the cannabis culture inside a grape. Cool. Very cool.
Oh, wicked.
Oh, fucking weird stoner scientist, I tell you, mate. Crazy life.
Is that actual culture or the seed?
With a lot of tissue. Hang on, let's turn that freaking light on. It's too much light. with tissue culture, you're basically taking the tiniest cutting of new growth of a plant, and you like when you see the tiniest little tip of new growth appears. You know, when you see a little leaf pop out, that's what they're taking generally. They put that into something that will give it roots. Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I'm just using the speaker and the camera. You'll hear lots of dogs barking. Oi, knock it off. So what's happening, guys? What are we doing? What's the topic? I don't know. I didn't even read it. So Monty's like, better go and talk conspiracies.
Well, he was talking about. He suggested that he said he's been looking up secrets of the pink Kush, the tetraploidy humans,
right?
Which is quite interesting.
Well, yeah,
it all stems from the Anunnaki, and that Anunnaki are supposedly tetraploid humans, right? They tricked us diploid humans into believing that they're gods, right? And they did have sex with diploid females, which created Nephilim, which are triploid and infertile.
Hey, Hook. Hey, Nexus. Hey, Mont. How are you?
Yeah, good, PTP yourself.
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Just waiting for some food.
Purple.
Oh, look at he's got the cart going.
Oh my, this shit is fire.
Is that the super sour candy?
Oh man, it's fucking fire.
Whoop, whoop.
It is woof woof. Yeah, it's an 80% woof woof.
That's fair.
Again, I've already got probably 5 more people just today join the ACU.
Mate, it's like hash paper. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
High in CBG too, so it fucking gets you revved up.
Oh, okay. I thought you had to get the 1-to-1 for the CBD hit.
But it's still got a component of it. It's still
okay.
It's like 6% CBG and probably 80% THC.
Cool.
So yeah, it's a medical dose. It's if you read the thing, it's like 1,500 milligrams per 3-second tote, where the urban leaf one.
Yeah, I heard that. That's why I want. Yeah. I was gonna order it before. I've spent most of the day updating computers and downloading fucking shit. I don't. Yeah.
It tastes fucking beautiful. Absolutely tastes beautiful.
Yeah, I'm tipping it would taste nice.
Very potent.
I didn't get to watch any of the theories on the Pink Kush.
Well, yeah, have to read that for another night for PTP to catch up then, Hookster.
Yeah,
sorry,
I can't believe it. I've been watching that video regularly, religiously.
Yeah.
I've looked all of the secrets of Pink Kush, mate. That is the most awesome, interesting read or listen, because it's also on audio.
If you two have got some knowledge of it, go for it. It'll at least keep me and
Netflix in the I just personally, I only used it in terms of cannabis and understanding cannabis and the polyploidy, tetraploids, and genetics. Yeah. So in terms of what you guys want to talk about, I know a little bit about it, but like Monty pretty much just touched on it, that humans are half alien or something like that. Or were tricked by somebody,
or half of what they could be, or
a hybrid.
Well, based on our
it goes back to ancient thing like of giants, right, and stuff like that, and that the gods weren't really gods, and neither were the Anunnaki, right? All they were tetraploidy humans, which could have been created by an accident by using this. I think it's a type of lily or something, right? It does something where it suppresses the division of genes early on, right? But if you do it for a certain amount of time, but then allow the division to start, it must cause tetraploid, like multiple 2 sets of chromosomes and stuff like that, or having extra sets of chromosomes. And apparently, like, it's it's in all Sumerian text, ancient Sumerian text, Danki, the Epic of Gilgamesh, and Enkidu, how they it all was just like twisted all those things together, and that and how the tetraploid humans, which are just lizard people, and that from the Earth, were just
Billy
picked.
Budd. His name's Billy Budd.
Diploid, yeah, and they would have been created from, his name is Billy, and they would have been you can create tetraploid humans from a diploid human, and just like you can do it with cannabis and stuff, hence the pink kush. And what it's sort of saying is that the Anunnaki with tetraploid humans, in a thing to control us and to enslave us, got us to believe that they were gods, right? But realistically, they're not. They're just humans with fucking extra chromosomes.
Yeah.
And
like Down syndrome. But they're saying basically that if you breed right, there's genetics that you get the same with cannabis, but usually it doesn't end up right with humans.
Whereas if a patriarchal god breeds with a diploid female, you end up with a triploid offspring, hence the Nephilim.
Yeah.
But then the other way around, it can go back the other way though, because apparently Diva, like divas and stuff that's Luciferian, which Luciferian is the right-hand side of God, and so Satan is the left. Luciferian's women. And that, the side of things, and that whereas Satan is might and right, where Luciferians they snatch power by deceit. It was a fucking very trippy thing. How it went into Nephilim being created from.
So they have what? Just extra chromosomes. So to have extra chromosomes, it means the helix would change, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be a double helix. It'd be an extra one, yeah.
It would be like Down syndrome.
New strand or extra strand.
It goes right into the the white people and stuff like that. How they reckon what we think are aliens and stuff aren't really aliens. They've always been here. They live in Southern Atlantis.
The truck drivers, the GG or whatever they were called, the Gigi or GG or whatever they were called, the truck drivers they were in between us and the God people. So they drove a lot of shit. Trucks, but they got a little bit of respect from the higher up. They still apparently didn't like him all that much. Theories on why parts of the human race are white. One of the theories was that there's a place up there, Germany, Sweden, Norway, somewhere around there anyway, up Europe sort of area. And when the ice came over there was this pocket that was kept warm by ocean currents, but the people were trapped in there. And over time, they became pale to be able to get more light from the sun. It's a scientific theory.
I believe that's a good hypothesis, but I believe that wouldn't. The white people have too much DNA connection. It wouldn't explain everything. That would take thousands of years for a transition. For example, if an African started living underground for 100 years, 200 or 500 years, right? They still wouldn't turn white.
Yeah, it'd be thousands of years, I would assume.
Yeah, so without light, which would basically make humans like a salamander. Our skins would be all moist and. I'm just saying, there's the hypothesis is there, yes, but perhaps there's more to it. I don't know. It is an odd thing because to me, white people are the odd thing out of all people on the planet. We're the strange.
We get sunburnt and yeah.
Certain types of skin cancers that some people don't get, others don't get. But it does. It's a good point. The question is why? You can't really reasonably explain.
Yeah, they try and say genetic variations because of environment and stuff like that. They also say the DNA record that they traced said that we all came out of Africa. And then as time goes on and they test more and more people, they find out that we're already been mixed together once before. That's the new DNA. People have already been mixed together before this other expansion thing happened. And yeah. So this thing where we've existed before at a higher level than we've been at previously, then it's starting to gain ground.
Okay. How you going, mate?
Green lunch.
Green lunch. Yeah.
I got a new one of them. These things are fucking awesome. Thank you so much for introducing me to them.
How much was it though?
$100 at the store.
The actual vape unit, not the cart.
Oh, the vape unit cost me $129. Yeah.
Okay.
I bought that locally. Yeah, as a tobacconist that locally that had them. A bit expensive, but it's temperature controllable from 0 to 200 watts. So.
So much.
Does the job.
I got to tell you, I got an email from Sunshine. He was busy. Uni homework or something.
Cool. Yeah.
I haven't seen that on you, guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys who were considered crazy until their predictions came true.
Did you hear about the brothers? So one of them travelled forward to the future, to a point in the future, and then he travelled further again, and then apparently came back. Pretty damn weird.
Yeah, well, the scientific theory seems to be that you could go back, not forward.
I thought you could go forward, not back.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of controversy about that.
Because go forward, you only really have to travel the speed of light or close to in a direction away from the Earth, and then come back. For you, it's been however many years, hours, however long you decide to travel. When you come back, it's been way longer for everyone else.
Yeah, I think we're a long way off achieving light speed. There are ion engines and there are things that can get us to Mars in about 3 months now instead of 7, but we're getting nowhere near. Like that's my thing as in aerospace engineering, man. It's just with current technology, it's not achievable just yet. You know, not unless you want a series of nuclear bombs behind the fucking spacecraft.
Well, that's something else. They revisited that recently, and I don't know why they would do that. It's stupid. But, there's already radiation in space. Oh, yeah, let's put more in there that we have to shield our ships to deal with. Yeah. But you go to Mars on closest approach. You get there in 3 months anyway with conventional rocketry. It's only your windows like once a year. You know, like.
Nuclear.
It's only 52 million miles away, Nexus.
Yeah. Rosetta Stone CBD. that pretty?
It is.
Nice. Yeah, that's the Rosetta Stone. It's fucking amazing. Just taste profile is just insane.
When I seen Rosetta Stone, I thought they were talking about from that joint behind me.
Well, yeah, that's why they called this weed after it. That's why they named this weed after it, because they believe that the Rosetta Stone, with the really high CBG level, and apparently over 6%. Some people say that it can be made higher by certain things that you can do to the soil. Apparently, it likes acid, so if you got a sour field, it'll send it right and grow really well. Um, yeah, it's a big yielder. It's a hemp, man. It's a hemp strain. There's also a THC version of it that's near 30%, but yeah, the one I'm talking about is the CBD strain. It's really good.
Man, my head's just swimming in DCS at the moment, Monty. I'm struggling to find these.
Yeah.
You're having a swim in that Phil, are you, mate?
Oh, fuck, the HOTUS is sitting right in front of me. It's still lit up. It's like,
Mhm.
get back in there. Wait.
Seems like the go. Yeah. Anyway, people are going to go and start putting dinner on. I thought I'd just pop in and say g'day and see how you're all going. So it's all I'll have a look. I've got a favourite place to hang out to get all sorts of weird videos, so I've got to have a look through there and get some stuff ready for the next show. I know where to find some really interesting videos, particularly stuff that's been recently classified, so I can't show it. Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah.
We'll get that link of this Pink Kush thing to you so you can check it out.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you want to know about Pink,
that.
Dude, if you want to know about Pink Kush, talk to Cece.
Oh no, this is like in the Anunnaki story.
It is an island pink.
It goes right into growing it as well, though. It's all like goes right into growing it. It's
I'm tipping we're going to be talking about that side of it, though. Yeah.
yeah.
So much the grow side.
It's an island pink, and so it is a Kush, and it is pink, and it's got some very interesting medicinal properties, so it's worth checking out. There's a
it's a tetraploid too.
It is, yeah, absolutely. It's quite
cannabis.
stable.
Yeah.
It's quite, mate. Some of the breeding programs that are going on globally at the moment. I'm excited about it, mate. I'm really excited because like they've found a way to do some pretty interesting things, and like you can learn for pretty cheap online.
Yeah.
There's some university courses that like that. It's
I'm
free,
wondering whether,
but the exam costs you $50. So if you want a certificate for the course, you pay them $50 if you pass.
this chemical that they're talking about, that comes from some sort of lily or something, right? That in the Secrets of the Pink Kush. I'm wondering whether CC's ever tried playing with it to try and.
Stay tuned because I have some Lotus pods on the way from Thailand to experiment with, so I'll let you know.
Yep.
Yeah, because I really want to put those things in a lab and find out what's actually going on there and what the relationship is.
Because in theory, if we can stall it for just the right amount of time and then let the cell division happen, we can cause other cannabis strains to become tetraploid.
Right. Well,
that's what I've been working on.
We know how to do that. We already know how to do that, man. It's like that's not hard.
That can be induced. That can be induced.
You just got to have
a sterile. But fucking I want to go for with that stuff.
But it can occur naturally. Unlikely.
It can, but like what I'm talking about is actually manipulating genes for it to do things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're taking something from the Lotus.
Well, like Chris has been manipulating genes to make the plant fuzzier so that it becomes more insect resistant, so insects can't crawl all over it without actually touching the plant because there's a layer of fuzzy stuff stopping the insect getting to the stem. So, you can do all sorts of things to a plant if you know how. And with selective breeding, man, that's how they're doing it. They're not using any gene splicing or any of that sort of bullshit. They're just doing it through selective breeding.
My Oz strains already have those traits. Most of those traits.
They do.
CC talked about. Nothing can kill them. Nothing can kill them.
Yeah, I'd said amnesia trait, probably from the outlaw.
Oh, my Oz varieties, I don't know what the hell they even are, to tell you the truth. They all just come from bag seed pretty much. But they have all those bent over hairs, the fucking extra fucking turf. Like they have no bugs go near them. They just need to be hit with something with a higher THC content. I've given it to people and they're all like, oh, yeah, it's good. But for me, yeah, it needs to be a little bit harder. Hence why I swapped the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, anyway, dudes, I better go and start putting dinner on. I was wondering why it's going to be a package, so I've got a couple of things to do. I've got a couple of videos to put together, and I've got a lot of things to think about for next week, because I'm going down to visit the university on the weekend, and I'm going for surgery next Wednesday, so having something nasty come with me. So I'll be down for about 3 or 4 days probably.
Yep.
I'll keep you guys posted.
Take care, guys. Bless you, mate. We're all thinking about you. Next Wednesday.
Yeah. It's only a little bit of cancer. I've beaten the shit before, so I'll just take a hunk of flesh out, and we'll be right.
Yeah,
man.
So it's not actually a biopsy. You're actually having something.
No, they're actually like where they biopsy this thing here. That it's fucking huge, and it's going as attaching to the lung. So they're going to cut it out, and it's it's like major. I'll be in there for.
Well, it's good. It's good to know that is it not as bad as it could have been then. Like, did you catch it at the right time? Or,
I'll be there about 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's a bad thing, but I'm just saying because you had the biopsy, it sounds like I don't know. I hope everything goes well. It sounds that you know what it is and that. So. Not knowing is the worst part.
Yeah. Okay.
Them saying to you they've got to go in for a biopsy. Right at the start.
See, that's what fucked me up. When they did the biopsy, they cut a piece out, and because I was infected, they couldn't stitch it because they had nothing to stitch it to because it was also inflamed around it. So they just left a gaping big hole in my shoulder, and that got infected, even though it's been covered with a waterproof pad the whole time. I've been on antibiotics for 10 days now, and it's still infected. So I'm going to have to go back to the doctor and get stronger antibiotics. I'm taking like 4,000 milligrams of Keflex a day. It's kicking the shit out of me. But I'll have to see the doctor about more of that and get it cut out and go from there. So,
hope all goes well. Prayers.
Cool.
Yeah, wishing you well, man.
It'll be a good time. Thanks, mate. Look, guys, I got a cruise. I got to make some stuff and get busy. I've got a paper to write. I've got a shitload of things to do and not enough time to do it in.
No problem.
Later, guys.
No, mate.
Nexus. You ever heard of bacteriophages?
What?
Bacteriophages.
Bacteriophages.
Yeah, they're in a river in India. It's like a rectangle with 4 legs coming off the bottom and a little pipe on the bottom of the rectangle, and it like grabs fucking bacteria and viruses and shit and fucking and shoots them with something out of that rectangle thing through that pipe and kills them. Been around for forever, but in this country only last year did they use them to cure somebody of a bacterial infection. So there's no building up an immunity to it because it's not another microbe using to kill Yeah, it's a basically that's what it does. It just kills bacteria and virus and shit. Yeah, they look weird as. I remember when I first seen them, I thought someone must have made them. It looked too weird to have that purpose too, and to be in that river. You know, one of the rivers close to the creation of man.
Yeah.
That happens to be swimming around in there that can fix you up if you need to be. Well, I'm tipping it'd be working overtime these days with all the bodies they burn in the rivers and stuff like that over there.
Yeah.
Hey, fair.
Hey, fair.
Hey, fair. Good to see the show.
And conspiracy theory, you want to go down? Fair.
Conspiracy time.
Any conspiracy theory that's been taking your fancy, took you down the rabbit warren?
Well, nah, I'll leave it for now.
And all I can see is fucking dashboard of an SU-27.
Yeah, PTP is obsessed with this, yes.
Did you guys watch the X-Files when the X-Files was on?
Yeah, I used to watch it every week.
Yeah.
Yep.
My TV.
All right, what about that guy? Who's that guy who washed up?
Plasma coming out the back of it. I used to have to get I was too cheap to buy a new TV, you know, living on your own fucking unit. I fucking jammed Blue Tack on the fine cracks that I could see with the fucking purple lights coming out, and it would work for a while.
What were you saying, Hooker?
Who's the guy who was found, the Somerton Man?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Do any of you guys know anything about the Somerton Man?
Somerton Man, I have heard of it, yeah.
I know the name.
I'll read it out. After the body of the Somerton Man was found on an Australian beach in December 1984, police found mysterious mysterious scrap of paper reading Tamiam Shud, which is TAMAMSHUD, in his pocket. It was a let me go down. It's because there's stupid shit between the article. Okay, as their investigation depended on, so did the mystery. Not only did the man's possessions offer few clues, but investigators also found a slip of paper in the man's pocket which read Tami Shud, Persian for "it is finished." So a note in his pocket was found, "It is finished," by a man that was found on the beach dead for no reason. They found no reason for his death. None of his belongings. Nobody knows who he is. To date, the Somerton Man has never been identified, but several theories have emerged in the past over a few decades, suggesting that the mysterious figure could have been anything from a spy to a lover. After 7 years, however, investigations have new reasons to hope the Somerton Man might finally be identified and that the case might be solved once and for all. Go on.
That was my two thoughts immediately, was spy or love gone wrong. Yeah, it's finished. And he went and topped himself or something. Yeah.
Well, yeah. No evidence of any foul play.
Yeah. I just had a quick look while you were talking about it. I was saying that someone recently said they remember seeing the body of that guy on the beach like last year or something. Someone come forward, said they remember seeing the body.
Wonder. Could be someone who was meant to be guarding the portals to stop us getting to fucking to the inner Earth where the tetraploids live, and they killed him off.
Hey, how are we to know?
Yeah. Probably a spy though. Probably injected him with fucking potassium. Wait long enough for that potassium to disappear out of his body and then dump him.
I was just trying to look up some cases. You should do some ghost bloody any haunted ghost houses stories near your house, near your ways. Why don't you go do a walkthrough one time of a haunted house alone? Of course, you can't do it with anyone there because then it'll make you chicken. What are you, chicken?
No ghosts near me.
All right, we'll find a house then, and you go in it alone. We'll find the scariest house, the darkest it gets. But no, that'd be a good idea though. I was thinking about that. I want us to do something like similar. Can't do it on my channel, obviously. It's just a scary thing.
Oh.
See if we can set a video up. It goes viral. A ghost video. A prank. Hey, got ya, eh? Damn cats.
Trip to Hanging Rock. Camp out at Hanging Rock in Victoria.
What was the go with that movie? Was there a ghost
Okay.
killing those schoolgirls, or did they jump off the cliff?
They never were solved.
I remember the movie, but I don't remember it all. Oh, was it? Okay, true.
Picnic at Hanging Rock or whatever that's fucking the movie was called. It's not far from the farm, realistically. Hanging Rock.
What was that?
Hanging
Oh,
Rock. The picnic
yeah,
at Hanging Rock.
I was up there not long ago, like 2 years ago,
Yep.
picking up an engine from someone who lived not far from there.
So, can we talk about politics in this session as well? So that's all conspiracy, isn't it? Anything to do with politics is part of it. I don't know. I just got to mention to you, Monty, that I saw that a couple of Australia's got some war games going on, like some drills going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of troops.
We
I
flexing
think
some muscle.
Rim pack is better. Bigger.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of troops going out for some drills. That's a significant load. Like, have you seen how many troops were going out? There's a lot. It just looks a bit weird. Maybe I feel like we're in Russia all of a sudden.
Well, there's some fucking footage. Some shit got leaked apparently that CCP may be gearing up to fucking invade Nassau in Taiwan.
Well, here's the promise. The promise to China from their current leader was to take back and unify Taiwan. he's got 7 years left of his before he's out. So within the next 7 years, there'll most absolutely definitely be a war, because that's his only thing that he set out to do, and the US has vowed to protect them. Taiwan has refused to be united. So, therefore, that's actually, there's no alternative unless somebody gives way and says, okay, I'm not forcefully doing this, or whatever. I don't know.
Only way China will get their way is if we decide not to help Taiwan.
Yes, that's right. But then,
Like,
then China will start moving out.
China, we'll just let you take it. That's the only way we'll ever.
You know what? Then nobody gets through South China Sea. All of that passageway there is blocked. China will stop everyone from going through. China will charge people to go through them waters. They're stopping people already from going through the waters. Then they'll go further out. They go further out to Pacific. Right? Then they'll start. Then they'll start moving in on places like Vietnam, closer to Vietnam. They're closer to everything. They're closer to the rest of South China or Asia, Southern Asia. They push out there again. They start claiming more islands, building more islands. Like you guys said, they start putting vegetation on their islands. They can start militarizing them, start putting weapons on them. People can't fish there anymore.
They put weapons on them already, the cunts have.
The main thing is that they can't cut off world commerce and the routes that we take currently for shipping trades. Like, if people have to go through there, they have to go through there. And it's end of story. Them shipping lanes have existed for ages. You can't just go changing it because you think you own the sea now. It's being used by people.
They haven't declared war. That's the problem, which annoys me, because I wonder if we already are, and we're just like a little Russia who just gets fed information, like just a military drill going on. We're just doing military drills like Russia. Next minute we find out, like in 2 years, we found out we lost 1,000 troops somewhere.
Our government can't do that.
We're going to basically back America. So we abandoned the French submarines because the ones that we're getting off the Yanks, all right, yeah, they're nuclear power, but French do nuclear power. They could give us one if we wanted. But why we're getting the nuke subs is because the Americans want us to have this type of sub so we can be a part of a team that's going to exist in that area. And they have plans for what they want our subs to do, what role we're going to play. And that's why we ended up with them.
It's part of an Aurora. It's a part of an Aurora, Monty. Monty knows what that is. The effect of all having the right defense, attack, and everything for everyone to coexist together and work in cohesion with the same, knowing each other's technology. But it's either that. It's either go the American way or go the Asian way. That's the choice, and we're already sort of Americanized. We already live Western. Our values are all similar.
I think the reason we didn't get I don't know whether the French would have let us have nuclear given us their nuclear reactor tech. That's why we chose to go with the Yanks and British.
They may make it that way, but the way they talked, it was way towards the other way, that we're part of this thing with the States now, and they wanted us to have these subs to play that role. And the French did say,
been part of them, and even the
give you nuke.
Even the but like even the even if we had have continued building French subs, like we were still putting American combat systems in it. So,
serious?
And we still would have helped. But that apparently the type of sub we were getting was like an all-rounder or something, some sort of attack, whatever. Yeah. But this thing's designed for another purpose entirely.
No,
and
they're both for attack. They're both attack class subs. One was just conventional, and the other was nuclear.
We don't have enough anyway. It's just ridiculous.
I think
We're
we're like
50,
4 or so. I can't even
50
remember
years
how many.
behind. Our defense is 50 years behind, but just on subs.
Do we
Like,
even?
we got
do we still
we got
use
land
Collins?
protection. Sorry.
Do we still use Collins at all, or is that like?
Yeah, they still use
Right.
Colin.
All right. All right.
They're going to go through a life type extension.
Yeah. So they're going to go from Sony PlayStation to PC now. Like,
Oh, the
the
fucking
old-
Collins is pretty fucking good. They're probably the best conventional subs in the world at the moment.
No, what
And
is
it's
true?
fucking records in exercise against Americans. Navy prove it. They've fucking sunk a couple of fucking US attack class subs on X, as well as fucking the Nimitz a couple of times.
The amount of times they had to.
Snuck into
Upgrade.
Pearl Harbor.
What
Yeah.
do we have? Do we have no aircraft carriers or two? Can't remember. We had two.
No, 6 of them.
Okay. All right. Modern.
Yeah, they're modern, but they're going to get modernized over the next 10, 15 years. Like,
Right.
it'll take 12 years to do
Yeah.
all 6 boats, 2 years each boat.
We still need new ones. Right.
Yeah, we would still, but that should fill the gap until the nuclear ones come on board, or they're still looking at maybe bringing in the Son of Collins class, which is fucking an upgraded Collins
Would it be worth just buying one off the US?
running on nickel zinc. We would be better off doing that, right? Just fucking leasing a couple of fucking Virginia classes off the Yanks. That way, we already fucking get experience with fucking operating nuclear vessels.
Just swap off
So
with some
when they come
plutonium.
on board, we don't have to spend 10 years developing fucking the way we can operate them. We'll already know how to.
Yeah, and all the crap that you need at home to service them and all that, because we should take care of that ourselves. If we're going to have nuke shit, we got to look after ourselves.
Yeah, they will be doing that.
Yeah. Not like, other countries try and put that shit on us. Look after your own shit.
Yeah.
How long till we colonize another place off this earth? Never.
I don't- the only
Never.
place that I could conceivably even think of that we'd do that to
I'm
Yeah.
pro-nuclear, but small done.
Russia and China, wouldn't it? They're the ones poking around at the moment, being shit. So if we were going to fight anyone, we're going to fight them. So if we're going to take anyone's shit, it's going to be theirs. So we're going to, that's the only places I can see. Everyone else is sort of plays ball in the world. They're still pushing.
Yeah. I can't hear any audio issues. Can you guys hear it?
It might be a PC fan.
Oh, can't hear your
Right.
PC fan like I normally can.
Nothing?
I can hear it now.
You can.
Yeah.
So yeah, PC fan. Fuck it.
Bent from something. So where are we, bro?
Yeah, got to have the camera away from the PC, from the box.
Yeah, it's
Dude, the day I
PT
bought that camera, so I could stop using the phone to go back on fucking line. I pulled out the box, got a piece of blue tack, and I stuck it to the top of the TV, and that was it. Been there ever since.
You know what you can do? You can use your phone's camera on your PC. If you've got a charge cord.
I used to hate, like hook your phone up to your PC.
Yeah, and that can be, and you can put that anywhere on your, yeah.
I need a phone holder, which I recently broke.
And yeah. I'm sure there's an app that does it. I'm not sure which one does it, but I know there's one. Let's see.
A noisy fridge. They had Russia on. They're talking about Russia on the Family Guy the other night, and Putin rings someone up and goes, they do a prank call. He goes, "Is your fridge running?" And the person goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, you're lucky."
India's back them up big time. India's paying for that war. India and China are paying for everything. And no matter what we take from them, that India and China are there to suck it up.
The trade with China for sure is helping Russia. I don't know much about Russia-India relationship. They may buy some weapons and stuff from them, but
no, yeah. And now they buy their second large amount of oil now comes from India at 30% of discount at $1.30, 120 a barrel. It was a 30% discount, which is what 90, 80 something dollars a barrel.
You got a shitload of fuel for fuck all.
Yeah, so they're buying more now. Sorry, go on.
Oh, you're right. But you would think if because we got on everyone else around there who was in Europe who was buying resources from Russia and said, "Oh, probably not a good idea." And we're like, "All right, we'll stop." So what? India are just buying the shit and we're not saying nothing.
Yes, but we have to be diplomatic about it because we can't interfere with India because we don't trade much of India, but they're a part of our pacts, you know. So what do we do? Can't do much about India trading.
I thought we had a pretty good relationship with India.
Hey?
I thought we had a pretty good relationship.
No, we do. We have a really good relationship. Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're not going to miss out on oil.
Don't buy that oil, eh?
Yeah, you'd think they would say that, but they're not. They're not calling out India for that. Of course not. India are riding.
They did try and pressure India not to, but India's just going to play the neutral game, sort of thing. They'll announce and say that Ukrainian territory should be returned to Ukraine, but they're not going to stop buying cheap fuel.
Yeah, no way. Not a 30% less. Yeah.
Just means it's going to drag on a bit because they're going to have more money.
$91 billion was, I think, the last trading period this year. I don't know if that was a day or a week. I don't know, but 91. That's a lot of money that India give to Russia so far for their trade. You know.
They're probably paying in rubles too.
Yeah, well, countries have been pushing to be able to pay with their own money for a long time versus changing it into American.
Yeah. They're paying rubles.
Oh well,
fucking rubles.
Money's money.
Fucking Flintstones. Same the Flintstones.
I mean, you might need a couple of semi-trailers to carry all the rubles you need versus dollars, but one time in that country, you could buy a loaf of bread for, I think it was $3 billion. $3 billion. Billion for a loaf of fucking bread. Imagine the equipment you'd need to carry $3 billion of cash to go get your bread.
I don't think I understood the question, Ben. 420, you're allowed 420 up. 423, can you all time openly? Yeah.
Over my head.
Let's have bong on, everyone. Let's have a 420 back. 427.
Can we talk openly? Sure hope so, because I've been smoking.
Yeah, there's a bong.
Sorry, Monty,
For the first bit of the show, I was keeping it down because we're talking.
Fucking oath! Fucking oath! Gonna lather up the old throat.
Whoa. It doesn't work. You turn the camera off and then cough.
How?
You can still hear me.
During the silent moments,
You having a good time, Gear?
that buzz really works for everyone. It's a really good sound when during silence. So I started off with a bud, and I dripped dabs all over it. I put it in the fridge, rolled it up, put some more like fire hash on it, sort of like keef. Rolled it up, put some more dabs on it, put some more weed, drip some more dabs, squished it up, and made it into a tight ball. Put that in the freezer, took it out, put it in my grinder, and it smashed up like a mold. So it actually looks like that. But most of this is dabs, so it's really strong. Just sprinkle some of that on top of my cones.
In the freezer.
Because it smashes up superbly.
Be able to get smashed up.
Yeah, it's got to be frozen. If it's not rock
Well
solid.
done, Denver. Legalize some mushrooms.
Someone told me that ACT is legalizing all drugs. Is this something bullshit, or am I hearing correct?
It's not. It's a bill. So this is a bill
to decriminalize it. All drugs.
All drugs.
Which way do you put it in, bro?
Not legalized. Not legalized. Decriminalized.
Okay.
But they're also moving to remove ex-criminals or people who have been prosecuted with crimes under particular acts that should be classified as health.
Well, yeah, in that cannabis legislation, it said 18 months after that shit's passed or whatever, they'll backdate it. So when it passes, they backdate it 18 months. So anyone caught in the last 18 months will be let go. No fines, no nothing. Yeah. Not on all drugs. All right. So I thought they were doing what happened in some American state where they said you can have any drug you want, just not shit tons of it. Stuck in the middle
with you, two cunts. Stuck in the middle of you, two cunts. I'm only kidding.
Oh.
I take no offense to that.
I thought it was muted. That was really bad. Sorry.
No, that was awesome. No, what are you talking about, mate? That's the best thing you've done all night.
I didn't get it out, make sure it was mute, and turn it off.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. It was all right. You got a good microphone for burping. Have you thought about mukbang?
No, I can't.
He did a mukbang, didn't he? Eating his fucking soup. Not alive.
Nah,
His noodle
no
soup.
way. It's fucked. No way. You guys might have thought it was or some shit, but it wasn't purposely done so.
Chuffy, mate. Chuffy. Woofy Chuffy on Whoopie Chuffy. He's on the Whoopie Chuffy.
Mukbang.
I like to play word association.
Can you guys fake burp? Can everybody fake burp?
Yeah. I can burp on command.
I need to have some.
That's a real burp. I can burp like this on command. No worries. Anytime at all. No, I'm serious. I can burp on command. Say now and I'll burp. So I thought you were going to say. But I can actually burp on command.
Now,
I thought that was a thing that a lot of people could do. Can't a lot of people do that? Monty, tell
I
me.
used to do it when I was a kid.
I can do it to a certain degree, but it doesn't make me feel well afterwards.
It's like I can swallow my breath and then burp it out.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I could
Yeah,
speak
I-
indefinitely in burp if I wanted to. But yeah, you do get a bit of a gas. But then at the end, you get this ginormous burp. You got to find someone to do it at, though. I've got plenty of family members to hunt around, sneak up behind them. True story. Good. Now, can anyone fart on command?
On command.
All right, I'll show you.
Hang on, Gear put in the chat. Can't burp, just fart.
I don't trust that gear. I reckon you're going to follow through. You can't. I don't trust their farts. Yeah.
Gear just like puts his hand on his stomach, like and presses in. Hey, see? Pressing. I'm only kidding. But my brother can actually fart on command. He can actually fart at any time. When he was a kid, he used to do it all the time. It was fun. I mean, it's like, you fucking pig, dirty cunt. How do you do that? It's like, just do. I don't know. You fucking disgust me. Get the fuck away. Filthy cunt. My only defense was learning to burp.
so what's the difference between burping on call and farting on call? Like, aren't they just? Oh, I don't know. Sort of see what you're saying, but aren't they the sort of same
One's
thing?
one end and
You're just letting
one's
it
the
out.
other.
Yeah, one's on the one and the other on the.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. The dogs have gone off the head. Could you hear them?
Nah. Was that the coppers coming through on yours, though?
Yeah, when they go off their nut when the coppers come through, mate. They go fucking crazy. I mean, absolutely mental. Like, so that one, because one's got, it's one of its parents was half dingo, so it would howl. It didn't bark, but this one barks, but it also howls a lot when it hears stuff, and then it sets the other one off, and the other one comes up, and then they run up to me, and so I have to get them both at the same time to stop, otherwise one keeps howling, like, or screeching, and the other one howls. If anyone's heard a howling dingo up close, you'll know what it sounds like. It's not good. Not that mine's a dingo, but it's a dog. It's a bit dingo in it. All right, I'll have one more. Cruise. Well, lads.
Yeah, I'll jump on there for a sec. Have we done has anyone seen a UFO in, like, any of us on panel? Ever seen a UFO?
I saw an object that I thought was weird, but I wouldn't call it unidentified per se,
Okay,
because I didn't
what-
see
what
the
is it,
object
McCollum?
itself. It just looked like a light, would say. I couldn't say that I saw an object. I could say that I saw a light. A mate and I were looking up at the sky, looking at shit. We saw this huge light. We thought, that's a bit weird, that one. And we're looking at it. So, is that weird to you? He said, yeah. Seems pretty. I said, what's weird about it? He said, it's bright. I said, yeah, I thought that. So I wasn't like flipping out. I asked him what he was seeing as well. It's like, yeah, no, I'm seeing it. We're looking up, just looking there. And then it just like sort of disappeared. Like it was really, really fast. I don't know if it zoomed off or it was just gone. And it was dark. And we're looking at it and we looked at each other. We looked back up. And I said, did you see, there was something there, right? He goes, yeah, there was something there. I said, it disappeared, right? He goes, yeah. I said, we're not going to speak of this ever again, are we? He goes, yeah, no, we're not. And that was it. And we haven't spoken of that ever since. I've spoken about it. But we looked at each other and said, nah, there's no even use speaking about what we thought we might have just saw. But we knew we saw something we couldn't explain. There was no explanation for what we saw, except from there was a very bright light in the sky, lower than the close, not a star, but maybe it was outside of our atmosphere. Maybe it wasn't, but it appeared. The light appeared like a sun, but very big. You know, clear round shape. But we couldn't see any edges because it was dark and very bright. So, which means you can't see nothing. And then, yeah, we're looking up, disappeared. I looked at each other and he said, no, we're not. I said, we saw that. You saw what? This just happened. We basically looked at each other to say, this just happened, didn't it? Something just happened here now. And he said, yeah. And then we agreed not to speak about it again.
I've never seen anything that good. But a family member of mine fucking probably only a few months ago, and not far from here, he was up near the showgrounds here, and he's fucking having a cigarette and a light come on above him, and so he looks up and fucking starts freaking out, goes running, grabs his phone, and fucking comes out. And yeah, basically it was hooning off. He sort of tried to describe it. I thought he was looking at Starlink or something, but he swears it was like 50 foot above his head. And I'm like, oh, Starlink's not that low.
No.
Well, this light didn't shine on anything. This had no gleam. Do you know what I mean? It had a bit of a twinkle, but no gleam. There's no casting of a light or anything like that. No out forcing sort of external past the point of observation.
Yeah.
Non-reflective to anything I could observe in the atmosphere.
Any other weird shit, I always found out what it was. Like someone in the chat wrote, I thought I saw one that turned out to be a drone. I thought I saw like 4 or 5, so I jumped in the car and went for a cruise. And it was company in the airfield putting LEDs on their planes, and they put like a white cross on one side and a red cross on the other, so they know if they're upside down or right way up.
Yeah.
Fly at night time, and I'm thinking, oh, this is like UFOs or something over Belmont. No, go for a drive over there, it's just planes. And satellites. I figured out a few things that I thought in the sky. I look at, oh fuck, that's moving fast. Oh, it's a satellite.
Yeah, I've seen a few sats and shit. especially with night vision.
That's my next step. Is that like I've got night vision cameras, but not real good for looking at the sky.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get like hunting equipment. When I'm not using it for hunting, I'll strap it to things and take the night sky.
Rabbit season.
Yeah.
Rabbit
Oh,
season. Rabbit season. You're supposed to say duck season.
I don't go duck shooting.
Elmer Fudd. You know how Elmer Fudd would always be like, it's rabbit season, and Bugs Bunny would come up and say it's duck season.
Yeah.
And Daffy would come and say it's run over and say no, it's rabbit
Rabbit
season.
season.
I can hear when it's duck season from here, early morning. You hear the. It's just a few, and then all of a sudden there's a war. Just shit tons of cunts down there with shotguns shooting everything.
Yeah.
It sort of slows down for a bit. I think they must scare everything off in the initial first run and wait for it to come back. Every time I've been down there, we could go for a look and we just shoot other stuff. Only one of us has ever sat the course for ducks.
Yeah.
Anyone know whether there's any old shipwrecks?
There's one not far from me. It's pretty shitty.
There's a place down here, not far from actually us, Fair and I. A place near Globe Derby. If anyone's from South Austin knows where that is, there's a pathway out there to the salt flats, out behind the salt flats, and it goes right out to almost Port Adelaide area through the back way. And there's a heap of old ships there that had rusted away and parked there and just, I don't know, rusted. But there's about 10 of them on the walkway, but they've all got mangroves in them, like they've been forgotten about. But I used to go there as a kid and play around there, and might actually get back down there to see if they're still there.
We got a lot of old war stuff along the coast here, like bunkers and gun embankments and shit like that. Like fucking, we were going to shoot the Russians if they came in, all that sort of shit. And you got Buckley's Cave not far from here as well. That dude swam across from one side to the other, hung out in that cave.
I'll tell you what, if Australia was attacked, New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland would become like an awesome guerrilla ground for Australia. You know, could you imagine being a guerrilla, like bringing them into the jungle, you know? Because that's what we would have to do if hypothetically were land invaded by China.
I don't know. I always think if we go into another world conflict, that nukes are just gonna pop up really, really fucking quick. I think we're not gonna hold back.
These are supposed to be
like
smart.
150 kilometers from Melbourne in a circle, that's gone. And then another 50k after that, you're pretty fucked up. So yeah, it wouldn't take much to limit the numbers of people.
They have a lot of countries do have nukes, but US has the biggest, don't they?
No, they're just under Russia, but
No. They have
United
less
States
than
is
Russia.
more advanced.
They have less than Russia, like less in quantity. Yes, but not in terms of power.
Yeah, I suppose I'd say theirs are probably a bit better than Russia's. Yeah, but Russia have let off the biggest one ever. I don't know if they ever made another one or kept one spare or something.
The dude
Yeah,
who
it's
dropped that bomb retired as soon as he landed the plane.
Well, when I heard the story of what happened to the plane, like, yeah, I suppose you could surmise that you were going to be in a world of hurt just from the size of the bomb you were dropping. But yeah.
How far up was he when he dropped it? What's the name of the bomb? Let me have a look. I'll
The
search it out.
Tsar bomb. The
Tsar.
Tsar bomber.
TSAR.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
Bomb. Right. Frozen desert island took place.
Yeah. Off the coast of fucking Siberia somewhere.
Mhm. Theoretically, the biggest thing you could make, like, apparently you could keep piling more material into it, but it doesn't get used up efficiently, so there's no point in going bigger.
58 million tons of TNT. The power was equivalent to 58 tons of TNT.
58,000 tons. 58 tons. Yeah.
Or all the explosives used in World War II times 3. So all of the power. That's what I'm here. This is from Discovery.
And it just made me remember something about them giant jars in the middle of that giant. Remember that, Monty?
Yep.
More bombs than they used in World War II. They dropped on the field that had them giant jars. More than World War II. Oh, fuck off.
Yep.
It was hard to believe, man.
Dropped just on that valley where those jars are.
Trippy. I don't know what was in there that scared him so much.
Yeah.
And one of the most heavily mined areas on the planet.
Yeah.
And it was a big height. I couldn't see the height they dropped it from, but it was a big
It has to
plane.
be about 30,000.
Yeah, a big plane. It was something like 50,000.
50,000. 52,000. He would have dropped it from as high as he could possibly get that plane to give himself the best chance.
Yeah,
he would have gone
turn around and get away.
A little bit of a fucking dive and try to get some speed, get the fuck out of that area.
Yep.
They still copped it.
Yeah, it fucking still twisted his fucking shit.
And that would have been falling for, what, a minute and a half or something?
Yeah, probably. Yep. Too much, Mark. We've touched on tetraploids and stuff. A little. ATP's got to watch the series though before we talk about it properly.
Yeah, I'll get on it.
Also, like, we're just looking up the Tsar bomber. Has anyone heard of the Droper stones? And also look up the big giant vases that are in fucking Cambodia that the Yanks bombed the shit out of.
That's a like a representation. That's a Chinese version of it, I think.
Yeah, we touched on it a little, Mark. But yeah, PTP. You're muted, Hook.
Okay, sorry. All right, so it was dropped at 10,500 meters. The parachute weighed 800 kilos. It weighed 60,000 pounds, or 27 metric tons. This bomb was ginormous.
Well, that's how many hooks is that? That's
How many?
60,000 or 600,000 hooks.
600,000 hooks. That's a lot of hooks.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind that many hooks subscribers either. Maybe you haven't subscribed to my channel, by the way. Thanks for that window there, Fair, my friend.
It's a big mushroom cloud, 67 kilometers high. Well above the stratosphere, but inside the mesosphere.
Fuck. Spare a thought for the people, so it's poor people underneath that bomb, mate. You know, everybody. Spare a thought for everybody, but like, you know, just think about it. People got desolated, but you know, some people.
Supers. Yeah. Burnt the sky, all right. Literally scared the shit out of that poor pilot who dropped it, that's for sure. Landed the plane and fucking retired. And done his bit for the mother country. You're muted again, Hook.
By the sounds of it, the B-83, the B-83 nuclear that the USA has. I think that's their biggest one. Yeah, fuck, I keep putting myself on mute because I'm switching over channels. I don't know why I don't use my other screen, but yeah.
If you're on a shockwave at 112 kilometers away from that Tsar bomb.
That's some crazy. Yeah, so I'm thinking, well, who needs nuclear bombs when they got other bombs that do just as much damage anyway? I suppose the difference is there could be fallout, but there's not much fallout from a nuclear bomb anyway, is there? It's usually blown away.
Shitload of fallout. It would be.
Support your local legends. Yep. And smoke some bongs. Grow some weed. Yeah. Give it to your mum. Give it to your granny. Give it to your pop. Give it to your dad. Give it to everyone. Just made that song up.
Not bad.
Nobody's gonna jinx me. Jinx, the jinx. That song because I made it up.
Boom, boom.
What he said. Nobody. Soners never remember the words of the song when they're playing. I love playing music though. I smash back in Aussie music, Barnsey, every now and then. A bit of Barnsey, nice and loud. Fucking- This headset's really ticking me off. All my weed's inside, so I might have to. Let's see if I can find some weed. Otherwise, I have to go in and get some.
Look inside your globe. Your half globe of the world.
Oh, actually, I know where there's weed. What is that? I'll have to switch it back over. I'll have to switch that back over. Put another. I'll replace it. I forgot this was in it. I'll chop that up. I've got another nugget now. I'll switch it back. This is what I'm going to chop up now. Oh, yes. Beautiful. It's pretty unmanicured because the grower's not keen on cleaning much. Neither am I. It's beautiful.
Chunky, eh? Yeah.
Turn that back screen off. Maybe I can get a better picture. Oh, yeah. Just breaks down.
My reception is that shit. You look like it sucks. I can't see it. I can't see what you do.
Oh, you can't see it? Oh.
That's not a hang up. I'll go to the other YouTube window. I'll go to get it. Awkward. It's my reception.
I'm smoking this over my weed at the moment because this stuff just gets me wrecked. Knocks me out, man. Forces my eyes closed at night. Sleep time, you know. Just where you don't have to try to fall asleep at all, where you can just go to sleep, like almost where you can't control. No worries, darling. You have an awesome day. Serious truth. Thanks for spending. You've been chilling out with us Aussies. You're welcome here anytime. This is Monty's channel. He's there. He's a little under the weather at the moment. And PTP down the bottom there. Fair growing. Fucking awesome. Really good to see you. You're welcome to jump up on the open panels we have also. No whacking forries. Or I have on my channel. I can't speak for everybody else's, but I have open panels sometimes. And they'll be, yes. On that note, I might actually, are you still there? You're still there, PGPA. I might actually not to smoke any weed on the Aussie Grow Show and just have the other open panels differently. So that I'll try and I want to try and be more professional about the show. So there's no sort of get smart about and research my ideas and by the end of it. So that when I'm ready, I have pictures to show from people in the community, whatever else.
Yeah.
We'll chat about that.
Yeah, I've probably got some ideas. Something, yeah. Get your opinion. Yeah, I thought that was me. I'm sitting here, paused, muted, and that fucking sit here trying to figure out why my computer is hooked frozen. Hey Monty, Hook's backstage.
What's that?
Hook's backstage.
So it's just making dog foods up. So,
Get rid of that ugly cunt. It's still on YouTube. That's funny. Or is it not? That's better. Back. I'm back.
I wonder how the brother Cossack is doing.
He's
Yes, he's locked up.
yeah, what's the date? He's in for another 10, 12, almost 20 days before he has his trial, or for whatever he's going to be. And he's been actually put away. I was told that he was put into like ISO for a while.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's not making friends. Maybe there's not as many Russians locked up in there as he thought. All right.
No, it's for his own sake because he's a public figure. They can't put him in general population. Yeah.
No, they won't. He's not that much of a public figure that people don't. When you go to jail, man, you go to jail. You have to be really, really. There must have been threats. That's all to keep him safe for them to do that. Otherwise, they wouldn't just give him. Most people just go in with everyone else when you do a term. But he is only being held. There's been no trial.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he just broke the bail conditions and they're holding him until that. That's what I'm thinking they're using against him.
They didn't give him bail. And they're just holding him. Really.
Yeah. Well, they did previously. They gave him bail a few times previously, and maybe he broke those bail conditions. And they've just decided to put him in jail until the trial, until his time in court. No bail. He might get a few fines. I don't know if he'll get a criminal prosecution. I don't know about that. But since he's been in jail, we don't know the story, do we?
What's the charge? I don't even know. I don't care.
Yeah, it's not like you can put it on YouTube. So.
I wonder if they hijacked his account. Because I was thinking, wouldn't the government could do that shit, can't they? They can like take over your account if they think there's somebody like
I don't know how it works.
Terrorist or something.
Yeah, I will if they use that, yeah. But to do it generally, I think it would take a bit. They can't just go to the people that have access and say give it to us. It'd be probably court or something first.
Yeah. Good old Cossack. He won't be allowed on media anyway. They would have broken him down in there.
I can't believe like he's scared will cause his freaking his mother-in-law to lose her property. He's gonna.
Well, because he can't pay the money that he owes.
Yeah, debts. He
They're going
has.
to recuperate it.
Yeah. But yet he tried to pretend he stuffed $1,000 in that reporter's pocket when it didn't even add up to $1,000 anyway. But yet he tried to allege that's what he'd done instead of just putting that money towards the debts. You know, frustrating, giving money around everywhere, fucking he does. Just to get people to bloody comment on some rubbish that he wants spun. Banned from YouTube.
Go to Twitter, maybe.
He's on Telegram. I read it.
Green, green, the glorious green. Seeds, seeds, glorious seeds. The more you plant, the more you yield. The more you yield, the more you smoke. The more you smoke, the better you feel. And the higher you get. Fucking lighter, huh? You can't. Oh, no. You gotta be joking. Fucking just jack this cunt up as well. Jack and cunt.
If you jacked it up more than like 3 times, you're not getting any more out of it. You'll be one quick burst and that'll be it. That sounded like it was a full lighter. It's got heaps in it.
Channel still up apparently.
Yeah, I was wondering. I don't think he got banned from YouTube. That's why I didn't hear that. I just assume he's not posting anything because he's not available to post anything.
That's exactly why he's not posting lately, because he's in there.
And if it's up and they want to use anything on there, it's easier for them to get than if it's shut down.
Yeah. Plus, they'll probably be able to use stuff off his own YouTube channel against him.
Yeah.
Aussie Cossack.
Well, he can't remove it. That's for sure. Because he's locked up. Anything he does remove will be used against him in a court of law. Anything we will use against you in a court of law. Anything, even the truth, we will use against you in the court of law. The truth shall convict you. So do not speak unless your lawyer tells you to. It's truth. Truth.
Even then, sometimes don't listen to your lawyer. Tell him,
Aussie bullsack.
no, this is what I want.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to have fun with that.
Aussie bullsack.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, he's
Bruno 81100. How are we?
Rono, how you doing? 8100. The fuck is that, mate? How many 420s is it in 81,100? That is the question. 200,000. I'm guessing 220,000. 20 something thousand. Just a guess. Maybe not.
What's the question?
work it out yet, Fair?
Nah, I didn't even try, but I'm thinking like what kind of mine is like 420 times 2 is 840, so it's gonna be around 18 something, 18 point something, 18,000 or whatever it is, 180,000. Not quite double, but anyway, I didn't bother.
I got about.
I reckon you're right. I reckon you're right.
And ask you.
160. Sorry. 80 times 2. 160. Yeah, I was wrong.
Got a question?
Oh, okay.
Fire
Oh,
away.
oh.
192. 197. There you go. Next.
What was this question? Don't leave us hanging, bro.
Oh, what was old mate's question? Me too, there.
Bro, no?
Mr. Brono.
You come to the right place, but I can't give you the answer. Take it away, boys.
Bake them away, guys.
Looks like this
You know,
case is wrapped up.
Simpsons. Wigan.
Another case wrapped up in the books.
You could run 600 watt metal halide at 60%.
100 meters. Wow.
What do you reckon? What's the best light HPS cycle for starting your plant under lights? Dum, doo, doo.
Oh, is that what we're answering? Yeah.
18, 8. 16, sorry. 16, 8.
22,000 Kelvin.
Yeah, go Nexus.
How hot is the sun?
You can run HPS all the way through, but
You use your metal halide down at 60% and then just turn your 600 watt up to 110% for the flower. Change to HPS. Change the code. Depends on how big a tank.
Just start it inside, then take it outside.
Yeah, well, just got to make sure, take it out to start it inside and then to move it outside. Just when you're going to move it outside, just make sure you're matching whatever light you've had it under and it has the same amount of sunlight hours outside when you move it outside.
because if there's a difference, you're gonna,
If there's less sunshine outside when you move it out, it's just going to go in the flower.
I got a question for you, cats. If weed is legal by the end of the year in South Australia, would anyone contemplate moving here?
Sure, it already is there.
No, decriminalised
factors
is different.
I came here. There's one of the factors why I came here. As into the situation it is now. But
It's already just now. It's just so. Sorry, bro. Fair. That was rude of me, mate.
To get a jump to the grow season, just have them under probably on about
My apologies.
14
14
is like your turn for
14 hours.
variety.
Yeah.
So
Bruno.
if you wait, like if you keep it inside under about 14 and a half hours, so it'll stay in bed and won't flower, and you wait till it's that amount of light outside, you should be okay.
Yeah, be good.
But anything under that, and it's gonna want to try and flower.
Yeah.
So you can't veg it on 12 hours because it'll hit a point where it'll just flower anyway.
Time to overhaul the channel, Monty, on my way here, on my
Yeah.
end. So maybe restart again and give it a bit of a boost. got a bit of a refresh idea. Sort of be a bit more prepared. Maybe do less, not as long shows. So we're not there to bong on. We're there to educate. Sort of a direction on the weekends, you know.
Yep.
What channel do we go to bong on after
the same channel? The same channel, but no, I'm saying the Grow Show. So what I'm saying, only the Grow Show. The Grow Show is a Grow Show. So I'm not going to sit down and bong on all the time.
Yeah,
I want to
so
sit there and actually focus. I want to focus
the
on
Grow Show, and then start
subject.
up another one.
I want to use my whiteboard behind me. I want to put it up in front of me and go through all of my points or all of our points that we've all put in. I'll come up with some suggestions for a topic. Obviously, you can come up with your points of your own, but I'll have enough on there to sustain the show regardless, with or without anyone on screen. I'll be able to sustain 45 minutes by myself, at least. So I can use that every show. I want to prepare at least 45 minutes so that I'm prepared, so that I can do the show. I can be prepared half an hour before, let you guys know, and do the Grow Show as a Grow Show, the Aussie Grow Show, because I know shit's going to change soon, and I want to prepare the show. We could start again. Now the show is getting almost 400 to 500 views by the end of the week. You know, it used to be like it's slowly going up like 50. So I've got to take more seriously, less, joking around, get serious and focus on what the topic of the show is. Yeah. Which is something that I do less. And I suppose if there's less time to do it, we can get to the points quicker. I mean, we could run over schedule, which is an hour. We'll go to an hour. Yeah, no problems, which would happen likely. But that's what I plan on doing with the channel. Less. So most of the content will be wild. The Grow Shows will be staying up. Anything that's not banned in terms of the Grow Show, and sort of starting fresh. But I'll be bonging on as usual. Only I'll remove those streams afterwards. Any bong on streams, open live, share channels, like those things are for the night that we all chill out, whatever it is. And if I could drop their links, and same as usual, nothing changes there. But as for the Grow Show and the channel's direction there, focus more on making it more professional. So if I look at some of the other more professional channels that have upgraded and moved, could say the Do Grow Show and a few other shows that, I'm expecting a lot more Aussies to get involved in cannabis soon, is what I'm saying. So I suggest for all you guys who want to grow a cannabis channel, work on it now. Now's the time to start, because you still got plenty of time to get a broad base. Work now. By this time next year, you'll have your 1,000, because you never know what's going to happen with this. The cannabis is going to open up for business, and it's going to be a lot of opportunities. It's a time of opportunity. It's a boom. It's a cannabis boom. It's going to happen. There's no other choice. If I can go broke, and people will be just, we've established that it's poison that we're buying off the street. So something has to happen.
It's definitely. I don't understand what you want to do, but I also think fucking sitting around with having a sesh, it also some people fucking feel more comfortable being able to ask some of their questions in that setting. Also, maybe too.
Well, hence why I asked where we were going to smoke pipes after the Grow Show.
Precisely. There's my next question. There's the lead-in. It allows another space to continue on without a strenuous watch. It allows me to promote also other channels and shout out channels and do that sort of thing. So for example, if you guys go live, we're going to go over here, PTPs or Monty's or whoever does the Rage channels at that day or whatever, you can have a chat to me. Say, give me, James, I want to go live after. Can you shout me out at the end? First in, best dressed. And then I'll shout you out, because it won't be as long. People won't be worn out. They'll be like, yeah, I want to go over this. And then I'll come over after the show for a Rage over there. On the Aussie Grow Show. But other times, Just do it. I just do it as I'm doing now. No different.
Yeah.
Gives other channels an opportunity to grow faster. I want to get all you cats to 1,000 by, you know, I want to help you guys as much as I can, and then you guys will have this huge audience of your own, regardless of what anyone else. You know, it'll be an authentic. Once you build static, like I see people in your chats that I've never seen. You know, because you get your own static. Once you got traction, the traction goes, the traction takes, and that's all. What I'm trying to do is get you guys to that traction. Once that takes off, you are all boom. You've got so much to offer, knowledge-wise.
Between most of us who pop up on screen anyway, we're gonna have a show running every day of the week, just about.
Gibbs, how you doing, Gibbs?
Hey, Sean.
Cheers, lad. You know, it's all right. It's an old man's habit, but it's warm. The old brim. Got a bit of a collection of hats around. Before I go, I'm going to cruise, my friends. I'm going to open up a book here and have a little.
Yeah.
Pardon me, mess.
I won't be doing that. All right, this will do. All right. On this, I'm going to say this little saying on the way out. I'm going to cruise. Bong on, everyone. Cheers, Monty. Thanks for hosting the live. Well done, lad.
No worries, mate. Thank you for coming up.
Fair grow.
Yeah, you bong.
Master PTP. I'm going to smash me bong. I'm going to read this before I go. Okay. You must study deeply the hidden laws of nature, and when you know them, arrange your life according to them, using always reason and common sense. You can help your brother through that which you have in common with him, and that is divine life. Learn how to arouse that in him. Learn how to appeal to that in him. So you shall save your brother from wrong. Bong on.
Bong on, Hawk. Well said.
Save your brothers from wrong with that which you have in common.
The tree of cannabis. Think about ending this show. It's almost 2 hours.
Yeah, we're coming up on 2 hours. Yeah.
Thank you for everybody who tuned in. Everyone, have a safety meeting before we out.
Thanks for having the show, Monty. Thanks for having the show.
Thanks for coming up, Pet. Peace out, everybody. Bong on. Stay safe. Have a good night.